G'day guys. So today I want to do a quick little video and tell you the benefits of being a tennis coach in Melbourne, Australia. And there's quite a few benefits, big benefits. Number one is that you can be a coach all year round. You know, Melbourne has a pretty mild winter really when compared with Northern America and Northern Europe, where it snows and it gets down to absolute freezing cold temperatures. Melbourne doesn't do that. So I think we had our coldest morning that I can ever remember a few weeks ago, and it was -2 when I got up early. But that's very rare. So one of the big benefits is you can coach tennis all year round. The other big benefit for Melbourne especially is Melbourne is home to the Australian Open tennis. So it's only one of 4 Grand Slam tennis tournaments around the world. You've got the Australian Open, the French Open, Wimbledon, and the US Open. So Melbourne is a pretty tennis crazy type city with the Australian Open being here. So when I grew up, it was really part of the culture. So in Victoria, the state that Melbourne's in, we've got around 1,000 tennis clubs. Maybe a little less than 1,000 now, but when I was growing up there was 1,000. And pretty much every club has got a coach, a full-time professional coach, so that they make a living out of coaching tennis. So not too many sports are like that, where you can have a full-time coach making a living. So Melbourne's always had a lot of tennis, and we've had a lot of really good players come out of Melbourne and very good coaches as well. So I've had a few Wimbledon champions come out of Melbourne. When I was growing up, I actually played a lot with Pat Cash, who won Wimbledon back in 1987. So I'm a little bit older than him, but I used to practice with him. So I saw him really take off and win a major event, which was a fantastic experience. So there's a couple of benefits. So not too many sports you can make a full-time living. You know, there's a couple, but really it's pretty easy to do that in Melbourne, Australia. So we're in the middle of winter at the moment here today, but it is a beautiful day now. Started off very cold this morning again. I think it was around 2 degrees, but now it's about maybe 13, but it's beautiful conditions. So I've got a coach for a couple of hours this afternoon, which will be good. I'm outside in the fresh air. Not sitting behind a desk. So I'll show you what the weather looks like now. There you go. So I'm just at a local footy oval here in Kew. But it was very foggy. It was very foggy this morning, but now it's lifted, as you can hear. So it's very nice conditions to be out walking around. The next reason why it's good to be a tennis coach in Melbourne, because we've got very good facilities here. All the clubs are very nice. You know, nice clubhouses and in good condition, really good condition. So the facilities are very nice. And because of that, there is a high demand for coaching. Like all the coaches in Melbourne can pretty much work as many hours as they choose to work. So that's another very positive thing about being a tennis coach in Melbourne, Australia. And I know, you know, the other cities around Australia are pretty similar, but I know Melbourne, there's a high demand for tennis coaching. So it's very common for kids especially to get coaching, lots of kids. And now there's more and more adults too wanting to take up tennis, or perhaps what they do is they usually play when they're kids and then they give it away and then they take it up again later in life because they enjoy it so much. So yeah, there's high demand for coaching. I guess the next thing about being a tennis coach is most people that coach tennis are you're your own boss. So you choose how many hours you want to work. You know, you're not locked into any particular times. There's certain times when there's more demand for coaching than others, but you're your own boss, so you've got that flexibility. You can work as many hours as you want. The next thing is, and it sort of leads on from that one, there's no real age limit. Like, you're not going to get to, I'm 61 at the moment, but you're not going to get to 62 or 65 and then someone sort of says, right, it's time for you to stop. So if you want to stop, you can, or if you want to keep coaching, you can. And I know there's some coaches that keep coaching even into their 80s. You know, they've got all that knowledge. They can't run around the tennis court themselves, but they know how to do it. They know what you've got to do in order to be better at tennis or improve at tennis. So they keep coaching. They don't stop. And no one really tells them that they've got to stop, which is a big benefit. You know, that gives you that flexibility to, if you want to keep coaching, you can. It's up to you. The next thing is it gives you the ability to sort of build up your own business. So if you want to get other people to help you coach, you know, you can coach yourself or you can employ assistant coaches and build up your business that way. So that's the other benefit. You know, I've never really, well, sorry, I won't say that. I've worked for Tennis Australia and also the International Tennis Federation, so they're working for other people. But most of my working life I've worked for myself, but I've mixed in, I guess, those other people, but they're still in tennis. So I guess tennis is my expertise. I've had a lot of experience both on the court and off the court in administration. So I've been very lucky to be able to travel around the world, lots of different countries, with my tennis. So that's been another big positive. Now, there's lots of jobs that you get where you're sort of locked into one location. You don't really get to travel that much. But that's, it's one of the big benefits. I've been lucky enough to go to lots of countries because of tennis. The next one is all the social connections you make through tennis. You know, people love to play tennis from all walks of life. You know, I've coached doctors and lawyers and lots of different people, business owners. So it's amazing the people that you meet, you know, through tennis. They've got their own careers and jobs, but they've got a passion for tennis because it's not an easy sport to be good at. It's very challenging. So that's the big appeal for tennis. You can always feel like you're getting a little bit better, but it is a challenging sport. It's a hard sport to just pick up and play well straight away. It takes many hours to be good at it. I guess it's the same with anything though. If you want to be really good at something, you know, the common understanding is you've got to do 10,000 hours of practice to be excellent at something. And I'd say that's definitely the case with tennis. You don't need that many hours to enjoy it though. You can enjoy it straight away. And I think any little improvement you do, enjoy it. So yeah, okay, so I just wanted to give you those point of views about tennis in Melbourne, and why it's a good sport and a good job to get involved with. All right, so I hope you're having a good day from a nice winter's day in Melbourne, Australia, 2024. See ya.